Almost exactly 6 months since the brand extension era started on April 1st, Vince McMahon, in a rare situation of him running the annual stockholders meeting in place of Linda, defended the concept and the decline in business that followed from the split, saying that the company knew it would have to deliberately take half a step back before moving forward with the previous direction, not sustainable long-term, as they were burning out the top stars and main storylines at a rapid pace by featuring them all over 4 hours of weekly primetime television, noting that he originally hoped that part of the solution to offset the business drop would have been launching WCW as a separate established brand before the decision was made to build both Raw and SmackDown under the WWE name, with McMahon saying that due to the split crews on the road and on television, while they expected the initial viewership drop from the near-peak numbers the company was still drawing at the first quarter of the year, there's strong indications in the latest figures that the company has hit the bottom of the audience erosion and they're ready to begin growing again from this point on, with SmackDown, which in the past month since the massive spike for the season premiere show on September 12, giving the most optimistic indication on a potential rebound, with the brand since maintaining strong viewership to remain at the 6 million viewers range, continuing to tonight with SmackDown opening at over 5 million viewers from the first quarter, featuring the start of the new tag titles tournament with the Guerreros advancing in the first round, before gradually trending up throughout the night to see a major angle being shot already 20 minutes in with Lesnar after a Taker vs Hardy Falls Count Anywhere brawl, breaking Taker's arm backstage at the Cajundome to build up the heat for their pay-per-view rematch at No Mercy. Outside the promoted Benoit vs Mysterio main event set to be placed in the final quarter, Kurt Angle vs Edge was the featured match of the night and the continuation of the company's new TV formatting direction, with the match said to be the third straight 20-plus minute match on WWE television in what up until a month ago was an almost unheard of situation not seen since before the Monday Night Wars era, due to the faster-paced nature of the products in front of the peak audience switching back and forth, with the new direction of longer matches on television created or perhaps accelerated following the strong number for the Eddie vs Edge match on September 26 that over its duration gained over 1 million viewers, with more material for anyone politically pushing in the direction coming last Monday with a 20-minute Jericho vs Kane match in the Raw main event ending up the first Raw segment to enter the 4 rating range in over a month, with Angle vs Edge placed to go over 2 quarters from 8:45 to 9:15 p.m., continuing the recent pattern to pick up strong throughout, with the first half of the match jumping to a first-hour high 3.8 rating with over 6.3 million viewers. In an identical formatting to last Thursday's Edge vs Guerrero match, Kurt Angle vs Edge crossed over the top of the hour before taking a commercial break right after 9 p.m. with the cliffhanger of both being counted out for the finish, returning from the break for the continuation of the match, going over 25 minutes of TV time to peak strong with over 6.6 million viewers in a similar audience peak to the talked-about Eddie vs Edge match, with Angle and Edge after delivering strong again with a performance in line with their pay-per-view matches that helped elevate Edge to the next level earlier in the year, seeing Edge going over with Benoit interfering for the finish to continue the Angle-Benoit feud with them before the eventual singles rematch set to team up in the tag titles tournament as an added twist next Thursday. With Michael Cole during the Angle-Edge match thanking viewers for making last Thursday's show one of the most watched in months, noting that the broadcast, which went up against heavy competition from several reality and drama series on network television, beat several major networks in the key demos and total viewers, with SmackDown's momentum not only not slowing down but continuing to trend upwards, with the second hour on the night on the back of the top 2 matches drawing a massive total of over 6.7 million viewers. the second most watched hour of WWE television in over 5 months, to potentially back up McMahon's comments on a potential rebound, with one of the big talking points from the McMahon meeting outside the recent business evaluation ended up being a passing comment that created a buzz on a potential future plan, with Vince bringing up the possibility of launching ECW as a separate third brand under the WWE name, saying that while the original ECW was a niche product, it might have enough demand as a separate entity in a late-night TV time slot in the future, while noting that more urgently the company is looking to buy the ECW video library with an on-demand WWE channel in mind, with SmackDown just before the main event again following last Thursday's successful format by placing a Torrie Wilson bikini contest to start the final half hour to again result in an over 400,000 viewers jump, followed by the official announcement of the No Mercy pay-per-view headliner with Lesnar vs. Taker in a Hell in a Cell match. The first ever Chris Benoit vs. Rey Mysterio match was placed to headline SmackDown, with them despite being under contract in the same companies for years in ECW and WCW, working their first singles match against each other to go 11 minutes in the main event with the match, while seeing the expected strong performance in the ring between two of the top workers in the business, perhaps surpassing expectations on television, with the match along with the show-closing Angle Benoit brawl going over the full final quarter, peaking the night big at a 4.1 rating with 7.1 million viewers in one of the most watched segments on WWE television in the past 6 months, closing another strong SmackDown, with the product continuing to click with the TV audience to remain above 6 million viewers in the first time the company drew above the 6 million range in back-to-back weeks since the initial stages of the brand extension in April, ending up with Rey getting a second straight win over Benoit after Angle's interference to build to them teaming up next Thursday in hopes of extending the strong streak.